Down. I don't know where my journal is.
Okay. I got all. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Love it. Love it. Okay. I'm ready whenever you are.
Uh, uh, okay. Let's go. Wait, hold up. Hold up. Let me elevate this.
Make sure you're talking into the mic. Oh my God.
I just walked in the house.
This man. Welcome to another episode of the Weekly Spread Podcast, brought to you by the Modern Podcast Network. I'm your host, Stephen Meriwether, and I'm joined by my co-host, JD. What's up, JD?
What's good? We pick them. You stick with them and keep picking them. Keep sticking with them.
All right. We are 6 weeks into the season. Let's just, for the listeners, let's just go through how we're doing. We're 6 weeks into the season. Against the spread, JD is 5-12-1, and I am 6-12. So I got a half point lead, a half game lead on my friend JD.
5-11-1.
You're 5-12-1.
Okay, whatever.
We've gone
Sorry.
through this. We've gone through this. You're 5-12-1. I am 6-12. The numbers add up. We pick 3 a week. You can't be 5-11-1. There's just the math don't check out. And then the eliminator, we're just not going to talk about today. I'm kidding. JD is 4-12 on the eliminator picks. Quite impressive.
4-2.
4-2. 4-2. You're at 4-2. 4-2. One last week with his Chargers. One late. I don't think he was very confident about that. But
that was not. That was scary.
one late. Somehow, I need to go back and check the record. Somehow I'm 1-5.
Somehow you were gonna go 0-17, my guy. Don't act like somehow.
I picked the Bucks last week. They had like a 9-point spread against the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they lost. So
I don't know how he lost that one. I forgot you picked the Bucks. Wow. Love that for you.
I'm
Love
just
that
not working out for me. All right, we're on to week 7.
Yeah.
There's 17 weeks. I'm 1-5. I can go 12-5. 12-5. That'll be my eliminated record. All right. I'm winning the season, so I'm gonna let you go first.
Oh no. You go first, the champion. I go first on eliminators.
Okay, I'll go first. This team, you know, they had a quarterback situation. I was against them pretty hard at first. They turned me into a believer, but now they got another quarterback situation. And we don't know if is this guy going to come in and is he going to be old Dak Prescott or is he going to be is he going to compare himself against Cooper Rush? I'm not sure. He's going up against a Lions team, which has allowed the fewest sacks in the entire NFL through 6 games, and they're getting 6.5. So I'm not sure what Dak's going to be coming back. Lions, least amount of sacks allowed in NFL through 6 games. They got the Lions plus 6.5 on the road against the Cowboys.
12 o'clock game. Okay. All right. I wanted the Cowboys in that one, so we'll see the result of that. I didn't want that. All right. My first one, a team again, 5-0 right now currently against the spread. And eventually they're going to lose. So
You're picking against Atlanta. Oh my
I got
God.
Cincinnati at home.
Oh my God.
Cincinnati proved last week they went into New Orleans, all right, and beat the Saints. And Saints look pretty good with Dalton started. So I got Cincinnati -6.5 against Atlanta. Eventually, this streak's going to end. And it's going to end this week with Joey Burrow. It's a get right game.
You lost one last week
2 weeks
against
ago.
Atlanta. No, you had 49ers over the Falcons
Yeah,
4.5,
I did.
and the Falcons won that game by 14 points. So
yeah.
okay. Atlanta's the streaky team right now. All right. I got a team who has become a national sensation. Going up against a team that's 4-2, who doesn't have home field advantage anywhere they go, according to everyone, everyone in sports media. So we got a guy who might win MVP this year against a team that doesn't have a home field advantage, a team that's become a national sensation. Give me Geno Smith and the Seahawks +5 at the Chargers.
I don't know. I don't know about that one. I'm lost. Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's my pick.
Yeah, I like Gino. He got me last week.
He did get you last week, and I didn't like that pick last week, but they smacked the Cardinals pretty bad.
They are coming off a bye. I believe both these teams are coming off of a bye.
Texans.
Hometown team. All right. Given 7 points against the Vegas Raiders. I don't think that Vegas is 7 points better than, even though it is on the road. Like I said, they always make it a 1-score game. If worst case scenario, they'll at least cover. You know what I mean? They'll at least
push. Last time picked Texans, they pushed on you.
Yeah, I'm at least expecting a push, giving me the +7, not 6.5. So I got Texans on the road in Vegas, 12 o'clock game, both off the bye.
Wow. I've watched every second of 6 weeks of Texans football, and that's a bad pick. I'm sorry. All right, final pick. Got a team that just lost terribly last week. I think they got a good roster, bad quarterback, and yet they're going up against a Ravens team that just cannot close out football games. They just cannot. They have big leads, but they cannot close out the game. So I got the Browns on the road +6.5 on the Ravens, all road dogs this week. 3-0, Browns +6.5 on the road against the Ravens.
I mean, I need that to be a win, but hopefully you win that one. Hopefully you win that one, and hopefully it's an outright win, or hopefully Lamar goes off for
3-point loss. 3-point loss.
3-point loss. All right. My last pick is one that surprises me. Both these New York teams are on a pedestal right now in the NFL. And I get it. They have a couple streaks, but they've been
against
trash.
the Jags. You're going against the Jags.
Trash for that. I would never do such a thing. But how are the Broncos only given one? Is pretty much a pick 'em for the Jets going across the country into Denver for a 3 o'clock game. -1.
You're betting on Russell Wilson's
to win the
shoulder?
Game? Yes, I am.
Oh no.
I am betting on him to win the game.
Oh no. You hear that, New York? Never let this man back into your city. Never let
Zach Wilson against Zach Wilson, who was fucking his teammate's mom or whatever he was doing.
What?
He was allegedly hooking up with like his childhood best friend's mom or teammate's mom or someone's mom.
Breaking news on the Modern Podcast Network.
But yeah, that's my pick, baby. I'm all over the place. I got a home favorite, I got a road dog, I got a home favorite. I'm all over the place. 2 home favorites, 1 road dog.
The Jets, I mean, those New York teams, they're feisty, and I wouldn't. Feisty's not the word I would use to describe the Broncos.
But that defense is good, and Zach Wilson is not.
You're right about that. I'll say this: you always told me if you were a coach in the NFL, you think you could do a decent job, and I've always laughed at you because that's mostly
GM, not a coach. Coaching is schematics.
You would be a better NFL coach than Nathaniel Hackett. The man is a terrible coach. So, okay, all right. Broncos -1 versus the Jets.
Yeah.
All right. Jets going to Mile High. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's run through it real quick. I have Detroit, best offensive line in the league, maybe against a good defense. They're going to shut down the only thing Dallas can do. I got Detroit +6.5 on the road against the Cowboys. I got the Browns +6.5 on the road against the Ravens, a team who can't close out games. And I got the Seahawks and potential MVP Geno Smith +5 on the road against the Chargers. All road dogs this week.
He's going 1-2. 1-2 with that Browns his only victory. Well, I have Cincinnati at home covering 6.5 against the 5-0 against the spread Falcons. I got Houston on the road +7 bye week challenge, beating the Las Vegas Raiders. And I got Denver Broncos. All they got to do is win the fucking game against the New York Jets. All right. Win the game at home against the Jets. That's all you got to do.
Detroit's also coming off a bye. That's a Detroit Cowboys lock of the week. And if I'm Bill Simmons, all three of them are locks of the weeks. But Detroit on the road against Cowboys, lock of the week. All right. So on to the Eliminator.
Eliminators, baby. This is where I thrive.
As mentioned, have not done so well. So go ahead, give me your Eliminator pick.
Eliminator pick. Pick you're friendly of this pick. I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my god.
Beating the Lions. They were going to trump them. I wanted to take the -6.5, but I don't know. Dak might throw a couple early INTs, but they are going to lay a heavy points, at least 35, 40 points, and win that game. That Detroit might do the same. Might score 31, 32 points, just losing inevitably.
Dak's going to show up to the game and say, if I don't play well, I'm going to lose my job to Cooper Rush. And so he's going to be either the most conservative Dak Prescott we've ever seen, or he's going to have 4 interceptions. Either way, I like the Lions. Okay. Don't know what I think about that. And let me just run through your picks. So you've picked the Dolphins, Lions, Saints, but the listeners might not know who you've picked.
Okay.
The Dolphins, Lions, Saints, Giants, Packers, Chargers, and now the Cowboys. Okay. I picked the Panthers, Bengals, Raiders, Packers, Jags, and Bucks. And today, to go 2-5 for the season, I'm picking a team that, the Texans are relatively new franchise. They've become a franchise in my lifetime.
The newest franchise we have, yes.
And so, it took a few years for me to recognize that this is going to be my team, because they weren't my team my whole life. And so my first team was with the greatest coach of all time and the greatest quarterback of all time. And the team's a little different now. But give me the Patriots.
Oh my gosh.
Playing the Bears. They're getting 8 points. They're laying 8 points. But the Bears are your hometown Chicago Bears. They're a bad football team. Bad football team. So give me the Patriots eliminator pick just to win the game. They just got to win the game.
And I actually like the Bears in that game, baby. I know you're going 1-6.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's going 1-6. I love it. Great pick.
I just want to call out, I think like the past 4 modern locks have been losers. So good thing we don't have any today. You ruined my chances.
It's okay. It's all right. I'm going to be hitting some dingers.
9-12. That's going to feel good.
It will. 9-12-1.
It's impossible for you, just so you know, because you have 5 minutes. Bye, JD.
Bye. We pick them. You stick with them. By the way, I still don't get your whole makes sense that why LeBron